Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Becca and today we are doing a plant chores slash day in the life kind of moment. We're just gonna be going around doing some plant stuff today. And also thank you so much to FlexiSpot for sponsoring this video, because thanks to them, I have an amazing new desk to set up for assembling orders for my online store. So if you didn't know, I have an online store. Basically, I sell my books, totes, stickers, merch and stuff like that on my website, dailyplants.com. And I haven't really had a place to put together orders and do all of that stuff. So I'm really excited to show you what this looks like. I assembled the desk earlier and I was so excited because it was very easy to put together. There's only like 3 or 4 pieces total. So let me show you what it looks like. Okay, so this is our situation that we've got. This desk is so beautiful. So as you can see, it has up, down function. So it is an electric standing desk. So it'll go up, it'll go down. It also has a child lock feature. So just in case you have anyone small in your home, they can't move it on accident, or even if you accidentally bump it, it won't move if you have it in the locked position. And it has 2 USB ports and then also the USB-C port, which happens to be the same as my laptop. So I can just plug in my laptop from right here, and I can also plug in my camera batteries. There's also this discreet little drawer, which I've put envelopes and my labels in for shipping, some note cards, you know, the works. So I've got that in here, and it's just really nice. I love it so much. This top is beautiful. Okay, I'm going to show you something really cool. So on the side panel here, there are numbers. And so when I hit the 1 button, it'll automatically take it down to a preset that I made for if I want to sit in this tall stool. So as you can see, it's the perfect height for using a tall stool. But if I wanted to go back to standing and I didn't want to have to fiddle with it every single time to get to the right height, I will press my 2 preset and it will automatically rise up back to my standing position. Alrighty friends, if you are interested in getting the same desk as me, this one is the FlexiSpot Comhar All-in-One Standing Desk EW8M. I'll have that name in the description box, as well as a link for you to check out FlexiSpot. So thank you so much to FlexiSpot, and I hope that you guys check out these standing desks. I really like mine. If you couldn't tell, I'm just super excited to have it for my packaging setup for merch and all that kind of stuff. I have other stuff to do, including watering the rest of my plant room and shelf in there, because I'm attempting to get my plants on a different watering schedule, because it's very important to not have all of your plants on the same watering schedule. So some of my plants have gone a bit too long without water, so hopefully everybody will be okay. But watering all of my plants on the same day is just not something that I can do, or I'm happy to do at least. So in order to get them off of the schedule, yeah, some of them had to suffer a little bit, unfortunately. So we're gonna take care of that, and gosh, I guess we'll see where the day takes us from there. This video might actually go into tomorrow as well, but we'll just have to see. Hello friends. Okay, so today is a bright, shiny new day. The sun is out. I have to show you. Look at those skies. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed. Blue. I'm seeing blue in the sky. So yesterday I watered the top row here, and then I watered this shelf, this plant right here. And yeah, so it was good to break up my watering a little bit because yeah, like I said, I don't need to keep repeating myself, but it's not fun to water everything in the same day. Today, I don't really have like chores to do, but I think I want to just walk around and show you all of the new growth that's happening right now, because there's a lot going on. A lot of my plants are waking up, and if you haven't already, I would say that now is a good time to start fertilizing your plants, because they've probably used up all the nutrients in the soil long ago, and it's time to start fertilizing them. That is why we fertilize, because the nutrients in the soil gets used up by the plant within just a couple months. I started fertilizing again last watering cycle, and I fertilize about once a month, and I need to set reminders on my phone so that I remember to do it. Like, remember to fertilize my plants and remember to give my dogs their preventatives like heartworm and flea and ticks, because the ticks are going to be coming out very soon with the ground warming up. But anyway, so speaking of weather, really quickly, I just want to share a vulnerable moment, because this week has been kind of difficult. Like, the last couple of days have been kind of difficult because we had false spring here in the Midwest, and I fell for it. Fully, I fell for it. And like last year, I don't know if fake spring or false spring was as obvious. Like, I feel like all of last winter was very, very dark, and so I felt this way the entire winter. But basically this winter has been very sunny, and I've talked about it quite a bit on my podcast, like just kind of surprised that I wasn't feeling like super depressed, because like most people, I just killed a fungus gnat on my camera. Like most people, I have seasonal affective disorder. And it wasn't something that I really knew about a ton until I moved to the Midwest, where it's like very dark in the wintertime. So this winter was very bright, and thankfully I didn't really have any issues with it. Maybe like a day here or there, but whenever there was a cloudy day, it was kind of like, oh, fun, it's cloudy. You know, it wasn't enough to really feel like bad, but it was like 70 and 80 degrees for like 4 days, and then all of a sudden it just dropped back down to like 30 degrees, 18 degrees. We have snow in the forecast this week, and so my body is kind of like in whiplash, like we're not exactly sure how to handle this. So yesterday was a very difficult day for me. I filmed yesterday the desk piece and like the watering, and it was a day where I had to really force myself to get out of bed and put on jeans, which I did again today. I'm wearing denim. I actually got dressed, I took a shower, I put on mascara, and I'm just like forcing myself to do things and present myself to the world and like get out of my pajamas. But honestly, it's been very difficult the last couple of days, just with the weather like suddenly tanking and getting really cold again. And I just want to say, if you're experiencing that too, you're not alone, and we will get through this together. Spring is so close. It is just around the corner. We really have only a few more weeks before it's going to be pretty warm during the day, at least. I'm super excited to start planting outside and just doing all of that. It's going to be great, but it is definitely not easy, especially for me when I get that like small piece of what the weather could be, like what it feels like when it's not freezing cold, and then all of a sudden it's cold again. So anyway, let's end the video on a happy note, showing you some new growth and some updates around the plant room and wherever else. Okay, so this is my Hoya calistophylla, and it just finished blooming. I'll put a photo of the bloom on the screen so that you can see it, but it was very, very beautiful, and it smelled like a flower put in a plastic bag. That's the only way that I can describe it. It was very strange, but not terrible. So this Hoya australis is putting out some new leaves. You can see that at the very top there. And it's really fun because this plant hasn't really done any growing since I got it at a plant swap a few years ago. And yeah, I don't know, it's just like stayed exactly like this. It's very pretty, but I've considered giving it away several times because I'm just bored with it because it's not growing at all. But there is a new leaf growing, or 2 new leaves growing at least. So that's really exciting. We'll see what happens with that one. This philodendron squammy is putting out a new leaf soon. You can see that she is pregnant, which is fun. So I will definitely update about this leaf when it comes out because it should be a pretty big one. I think this was the last new leaf that it put out. Oh no, this one was. And you can see on the leaf, there's like white specks on it. That is from the painter that I hired to paint this room. He got paint on a lot of my plants actually. I don't even remember this plant being in this room, but maybe it was sitting on this shelf right here and paint splattered on it. I don't really know how, but anyway. Here is my little fungus gnat farm. This was pretty much the source of my fungus gnat problem. This Fittonia pot that is very deep. It has a lot of soil in it, so lots of opportunities for moisture to sit for a while. So that is disgusting and horrifying. I need to switch these out, but it is a little satisfying to see all of these full traps. And ever since I put this up, I've seen like hardly any fungus gnats. So I'm just keeping an eye on it all. And I think that I'm going to go for the beneficial nematodes, but I don't know, because you need to put them on all of your plants at once for it to be for it to work. I mentioned a couple weeks ago how my podcast, we're going to do an episode on beneficials. So that is up now. I'll link it down below if you're interested. So after listening to that episode, it gave me some perspective on beneficials, and I feel like I definitely want to try it. But yeah, so we'll see. We'll see about beneficial nematodes for my fungus gnats. This is a new leaf on my Alocasia lauterbachkiana, and it's very cute. I'm super excited that it put out a new leaf. It's my happiest Alocasia right now. Like, a lot of my Alocasia are just like not happy with me, but this one is looking good. I'm hoping that we don't drop a leaf because this one came out, but even the oldest leaf is still looking pretty good, all things considered. So I think that there is hope for it having a lot of leaves at once. And it's been a very easy Alocasia to take care of. So I don't know if you're looking for a new Alocasia out there, but this one, I think I'd recommend it if you can find it. It's very cool, very like awesome leaf shape. I just love like the lance shaped leaf. I think it's so fun. Here's a little update on my compacta, my Hoya compacta. It is putting out a new peduncle. So as you can see, it will be blooming soon, I hope. And I really love carnosa blooms because they smell like Tootsie Rolls. And I'm just really excited to see this one blooming again because it bloomed previously right here. There's a bloom in there, and then I think somewhere else. There was actually 2 blooms at once at some point on this plant. I don't remember where the other one was, but I'm really excited to have one coming out right here. And it is starting to put out new growth, which is super fun. For a long time, this plant just did not grow, and now it's putting out lots of new growth like all the time, which is super exciting. Ooh, also super exciting, look at the new growth on my Hoya linearis. This is so cute. I kind of forgot that they grow from the bottom as well as the top. Like, actually, I don't know if it'll put out any growth at the top. We'll see if it like branches and like has like spiky hair. But I just think it's so cute that it's putting out new leaves down here. These look so sweet. I just love this Hoya. It actually might be my favorite Hoya just because of how soft it is and how delicate it is. And I just love the way that new growth looks. And I think pretty much every single stem is putting out new growth, which is super exciting. Here is a new leaf on my variegated Epipremnum pinnatum, and it's already putting out a spike for a new one. So I've got it on a plank of wood right now, and I'm actually going to switch this plank of wood for a taller one because we're already at the top of this one and it hasn't attached at all, but this is laying like directly on the wood. I don't even have to tape it or anything. So I'm hoping that that means that it will attach. But before it attaches, I want to put a different, taller piece of wood on it so that it can stay on longer. I don't exactly know what I'm going to do when the poles or when these wood planks need extensions. Like, I suppose the option would be just to put like wood bracket braces on the sides of it and put the next piece on. But I don't really know how that would work because it might be like super flimsy. So I think that I might just have to put on a piece of wood that is the tallest that I want the plant to be. And then once it reaches that height, just start chopping and propping it. Okay, I pretty much never talk about my Philodendron gloriosum because she's such a baby and it's one of those plants that I forget that I have like all the time. And if you guys have any tips for getting these leaves bigger faster, let me know because this is probably the biggest leaf that it's ever put out. And this plant is known for having really big leaves and mine just doesn't. So it's just one of those plants that sits here and it's kind of like just a Philodendron heart leaf situation in my mind, although it is a gloriosum. So it's putting out this leaf here and it's putting out this leaf here. They're both super cute and I'm really excited to see them. But yeah, if you have any tips for getting this one bigger, because it's a creeping plant. So it's not like I could just climb it up a pole to make it bigger. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. And then the last thing I think I want to show you is this one. I'm forgetting the name. Oh, Atabapoense. So this is the new leaf on my Atabapoense. So it put out, which leaf was it? This leaf. It put out this leaf a couple months ago, and then it put out this one, which is really cute and exciting. And I wasn't expecting it to put out another leaf so soon, but it did, which is awesome. So hopefully we'll have another one coming out and it'll start climbing. I'd probably want to put this on a wood plank pretty soon so that it can start climbing up something. All right, friends, thank you so much for watching this video, and thank you so much to FlexiSpot for sponsoring this video. If you wanna check them out, I will have them linked down below in the description box. I cannot tell you how pleased I am with my standing desk. It is so nice and beautiful and easy to set up, and it just feels like really, really good quality materials, and I'm just very excited to have it. And if you want to support my book, the best way to support me personally would be to buy it from my website, and you will get a signed copy that way. So I'll have that link down below as well. And I also have stickers and totes if you want to check out my other merch on my website. Okay, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.